Now Livonia's moved in. We await only Play to get set and we'll have them right to run. Monterosso drawn the outside gate and Midnight Mist awaiting its turn. Play to come up. Comes in now. Flemington stood well. It's a vacant stall there for number 4, but they've moved the first 4 in, the first 4 gates incorrectly there, so we've got a vacant barrier. Co-Dancer has the inside. Light flashing, away they go. Monterosso began well near the outside. Midnight Mist and Rolenza seem to jump okay. Out here, Players heading towards the grandstand side, and Pranks isn't far away from them. Sacred Model showing some pace. Livonia dropping in behind them early with God's Glory. That's the order out on the grandstand side, with the Sacred Model and Monterosso going to the front together. On the flat side, Turlington shows them a clean pair, and out to the 600 cross down to the rail in front of Ancona Bell, Co-Dancer, Miss Muppet and Cryptavia last of the flat division. On the grandstand side, Monterosso against the rail, leading from Midnight Mist closest to the middle of the track. Sacred Model and Pranks are with those, followed by Play, and then Livonia hard ridden but starting to run on fairly from God's Glory. Turlington at the 300 on the flat in front of Miss Muppet and Cryptavia. Midnight Mist at the 200 have moved up to tackle Monterosso. Livonia starting to run home well, and the grandstander in front with 100 to go, with Cryptavia finishing well on the flat. Livonia's coming home the better from Midnight Mist, has grabbed the lead. Cryptavia battling well, but Livonia wins it well. Livonia from Midnight Mist second. Photo third on the Monterosso, the grandstand, or Cryptavia on the flat. They were clear of Play and God's Glory. Long break in the field of the rest of them, Miss Muppet, Turlington and Co-Dancer, followed by Pranks, and back behind those to finish in the race then was Ancona Bell, Sacred Model and Rolenza, the last few to go over the line. Livonia is the winner. Number 9 ridden by Brett Preble. Number 9 Livonia, Brett Preble and David Hall. That all-conquering combination winning first up, beating Midnight Mist second, number 12. Third going to number 1 Monterosso, so it's 9, 12 and 1, and they've run 56.9. That's a bit of a gallop, 56.9. The record is 55.5, so they've done well there. Livonia by Last Tycoon from La Brazette. Moving up as the outside barrier, and Broken Silence took a middle gate and they're set to run. 1400 for the second. Manor Hill has the inside. Forest Jim's been a bit toey in there. An attendant climbing into the stalls. Boyer shifting around a bit. Manor Hill well tried. Off they go, jumped okay, Manor Hill, in what was a reasonably good line. Starter began very fast with Broken Silence. Wankamere and Boyer are up there early. Manor Hill is pushing up to want to hold the inside rail, and there's a bit of pace about through the first 200 metres. Broken Silence won off the rail, Starter caught wide. Manor Hill held the fence, and they're the 3 leaders. Boyer eased off them fourth now. A length and a half Arctic Wind, Wankamere. 2 lengths further back in the field is Bond over on the inside of Forest Jim. 1 to MVP, Cascu and Windward last on the inside rail. Broken Silence led at the 850, a half on Stutter. Manor Hill has the good trail, third the rail. Boyer is around it, 2 lengths to Arctic Wind, and then Wankamere inclined to pull. MVP 3 deep. Over behind those on the rails then is Bond, followed by Forest Jim, Cascu coming deep, and Windward 2 lengths away. On the corner inside the 600 metres, Broken Silence and Stutter the 2 leaders. Manor Hill right behind them, followed by Boyer. They're trailed by Arctic Wind looking for a run through, and down the outside Wankamere, followed by Bond, and MVP pulled out wide at the 400 metres. Broken Silence led Stutter, who's coming after it. Manor Hill's in the clear, 2 lengths away. Arctic Wind going for the run on the inside, and then Boyer followed by Wankamere. Many chances. Broken Silence Stutter with Manor Hill coming at them. Arctic Wind on the rail. Forest Jim's come up behind them. Manor Hill getting up to Stutter. Manor Hill put the head in front of Stutter, then Forest Jim, but Manor Hill in front. Forest Jim making a late lunge, but Manor Hill wins it. Manor Hill by about a half to 3/4. Probably Forest Jim grabbed second ahead of Stutter. They were trailed by Broken Silence, Arctic Wind, and then Wankamere out wider. Back behind those were Bond, trailed by Boyer, and then Cascu, and a long break to MVP, and Windward was last all the way. Manor Hill, the winner, number 7. Ridden by Greg Childs, put it in a beautiful place and produced plenty in the run home. Forest Jim has got second, number 9. And Stutter third, so it's 7, 9 and 10. 7, 9 and 10 in 123.3. 123.3, 7, 9. 26.38, and they're on their journey now. And Our Needles began well with Aberdeen Rose down towards the inside. Going forward, Power Plan, His Word looking for the front on their outside. And then Ocean Bird and Defence Force behind these as they settle down, passing the 100-metre mark the first time round. And His Word in the centre, but doing a little bit of work. 3 deep, Power Plan pushing up inside it. They share the lead turning out of the straight. Our Needles ends up as a good trail. Ocean Bird deeper out. And they're followed then by Defence Force as they go past the 2,000. 2 lengths to Aberdeen Rose. Shane's Castle outside Navajo Flash, and Marlborough dropped out a length and a half away. Power Plan took over the running clearly. 2 lengths to His Word at the 2,000 crossing. Ocean Bird trapped out, boots forward. And Needles has a good trail fourth on the inside, a length and a half to Fence Force, about 4 lengths to Aberdeen Rose, 2 lengths to Shane's Castle, Navajo Flash, and more than 2 lengths to Marlborough. There's been plenty of pace at the 1800. Power Plan set it now, a little over a length. Ocean Bird up second. Our Needles on the rail third. His Word at ease back to fourth, 2 lengths to Fence Force. About 4 or 5 lengths further back, Navajo Flash on the inside of Aberdeen Rose, 2 Shane's Castle, and the hurdle to Marlborough on the inside. They're going past the 1,500 metres now. Power Plan a little over 2 lengths in front as he makes the turn out near the 1,400 metre mark. Ocean Bird outside Our Needles, 2 lengths away fourth is His Word, a length and a half behind these Defence Force. One to the old timer Navajo Flash, 3/4 away to Aberdeen Rose, and Marlborough Shane's Castle brought up the rear at the 1,200, and Power Plan still with a nice lead, about 3 to 4 lengths in front. Ocean Bird second. On the rails third, Our Needles, 2 lengths to His Word. Defence Force has had a good run, 2 Navajo Flash, 1 Aberdeen Rose, about 2.5 lengths to Marlborough, and Shane's Castle can't hack the hot pace at the moment, 2 lengths last and under pressure. Power Plan with about 8.50 to go, 2 Ocean Bird, Our Needles the inside, and Defence Force been lobbing along behind these 3 leaders all the way. Navajo Flash getting a little closer, His Word harder in the inside, and then came Aberdeen Rose, Marlborough, and 5 lengths to Shane's Castle as they corner at the 600 metres now. Here's Defence Force coming out with his run 3 deep to join Ocean Bird and Power Plan. Navajo Flash gets off the back of Defence Force, hard ridden next, and then Our Needles, and pulling out wide as Aberdeen Rose, and they're clear of Marlborough. Well in the straight at the 400, Defence Force got to Ocean Bird, 2 or 3 lengths to Our Needles. Aberdeen Rose is starting to work home very well down the middle of the track. Defence Force at the 300 in front. Aberdeen Rose and Our Needles in the centre are coming now. Aberdeen Rose moved up, took the lead from Defence Force, who's kicking back, and Our Needles in the centre. Aberdeen Rose, Defence Force, Our Needles is kicking through strongly. Aberdeen Rose with Our Needles coming at it hands and heels only. It's Aberdeen Rose, Our Needles. They're going to the line, heads up and down. Our Needles or Aberdeen Rose. Defence Force third. Long break, Navajo Flash, Marlborough and Ocean Bird, followed by Power Plan, and a very long break then to Shane's Castle, and His Word dropped out to last. Photo to decide this one. Aberdeen Rose loomed up and looked clearly like it was going to get the race at the 200, but just started the race for down the grandstand side. Off they go. Mr. Miller seemed to begin reasonably near the outside with Noble Image. Checkmore and Chief in Charge got away well. Yaramis, after drawing one, is coming across in company with Zarevic over towards this side of the track, all to the grandstand, where Mr. Miller retained the outside rail from moving up Checkmore. Noble Image sitting just off them, followed by Grey Regent just behind the leading horses. Yaramis and Zarevic closer to the middle of the track with Chief in Charge just inside them, followed by Ramadan. Pirac Gold's got a long way back in the field from Sterling Knight, and 3 or 4 to Miscontrol, heading to the 400 now. Mr. Miller out's on the outside rail in front of Checkmore, Chief in Charge and Grey Regent handy to them. Yaramis and Zarevic close to the middle of the track, followed by Noble Image. Pirac Gold is trying to get into the clear as they got to the 200, and Checkmore took the lead. Grey Regent is after it. Pirac Gold is running on. Grey Regent took over the running 100 out. Grey Regent with Pirac Gold coming after it. Grey Regent, Pirac Gold and Checkmore. Grey Regent clear though, and Grey Regent wins it by a length to Pirac Gold. Checkmore and Nick away third. Then Ramadan and Chief in Charge, a gap, Noble Image, Yaramis and Zarevic together, followed by Mr. Miller, who weakened out of it in the run home. Second last to go over the line there was Sterling Knight, and about a 50 or 60 metres to Miscontrol. Grey Regent is the winner, number 6, ridden by Darren Gow. Expertise moved along in the Cerise, so they're all in and set to run. 270 the Collector is the favourite, set to run at the 1400. Starter has them here, they're all in. Lights flashing, ready, race number 5, all clear through now. Off they go. Sugar Shock missed the start, settled last. Golden Seraph, Blue Ted also a little slow to move, and the Collector got away very easily, headed off now by Double Helix. Prince Keystone shows pace early, gets to third, and then Major Fun improving on the outside of these. About 2 lengths further back in the field is Hot Taste in the centre, and Expertise down on the rail with Slalom around them, followed by Rona and Viangar over on the inside, and then Sugar Shock, who's improved now. Still a little worse in midfield. Behind him, Taylor's Bridge, and they're followed by Green Raider, Golden Seraph, NZ, and 2 lengths to Blue Ted. It's Double Helix the leader, Major Fun is second, a neck away at the 800. The Collector dropped in behind them third. Prince Keystone is around him, and Slalom is deeper out in fifth as they came to the home turn. 2 lengths back is Expertise, going through along the inside from Hot Taste, and then Viangar and Rona. Taylor's Bridge and Sugar Shock as they corner, and Green Raider over on the inside, and next is Golden Seraph and NZ. They're into the straight. Double Helix on the inside. The Collector's come at them very powerfully, and he's taken the lead at the top of the straight. The Collector, Major Fun is trying to go with him, and Double Helix down on the inside. They were clear of Expertise, who's getting into the clear, and then Slalom. But at the 200 metre mark, the Collector going for home the leader. Expertise is running home well, more than 2 lengths away from Major Fun, and then Prince Keystone. But the Collector at the 100 holds them safely at bay. He is a horse in the making, and the Collector by 2 lengths on the pace to Expertise. Photo for third, probably Hot Taste from Viangar, not much between them. Then Prince Keystone, Major Fun, Slalom. A gap on the field to Double Helix, trailed by Rona, Golden Seraph and NZ. Then Taylor's Bridge. Well back in the field is Green Raider, Sugar Shock and Blue Ted. Number 13 is the winner, and a very comfortable one too for the Collector, ridden by to move up into the gates. No luck at Pakenham last time out. Foramore drawn in 1. Favourite Regal Conspiracy has the outside gate. 1600. All locked away here. Starters on the platform. About to go. Drawn for Trouble stands well. China Consul stood up nicely. Off now. Regal Conspiracy jumped away fairly well towards the outside. Earlwood Manor and Sharp Lord with Pewson King, the first 3 to show out. China Consul went forward on their outside from Drawn for Trouble. Oliver went back on Regal Conspiracy through the first 200. He's last with Foramore, and Pewson King takes over the running now. 2 lengths to China Consul, 2 lengths to Sharp Lord third, 1.5 lengths Drawn for Trouble. Earlwood Manor going up on the inside into 5th placing, followed by Eastern Court, 1.5 lengths to High Socks, and 2 lengths behind them Bonza Blue, who's racing out wide around Bright Spot and Logician. Over on the inside, almost a length away, Seahorse now gaining a little ground, followed by Regal Conspiracy and Foramore last of all. Pewson King strings them out 900 to run and leads 2 lengths to China Consul, 3 lengths to Sharp Lord, the grey in third placing. Over 2 lengths further back is Earlwood Manor, Drawn for Trouble. 2 behind those is Eastern Court over on the outside, followed then by High Socks, Bonza Blue and Seahorse, and further back is Bright Spot, Logician, Regal Conspiracy, and 2 lengths to Foramore as they come round the turn. Pewson King's first into the bend from China Consul, and Sharp Lord third as they enter the straight. Then Earlwood Manor. Pulled out wider was Eastern Court from Drawn for Trouble. High Socks, Bonza Blues pulled out deep. Regal Conspiracy still a fair way back at the 400. Pewson King is tackled by China Consul. Earlwood Manor along the rail. Sharp Lord down the outside, Drawn for Trouble. Bonza Blue is the deepest runner. China Consul at the 200 leads almost a length. Drawn for Trouble coming after it. China Consul from Drawn for Trouble, then Eastern Court. Drawn for Trouble getting up to China Consul. Drawn for Trouble put his head in front. Regal Conspiracy flashing late. Drawn for Trouble. Drawn for Trouble wins it about a head on the line, either Regal Conspiracy or China Consul, the miners. Earlwood Manor close up on the inside from Eastern Court. Pewson King weakening in the run home, then Sharp Lord and Bonza Blue from Bright Spot. Seahorse, and they were trailed then by Foramore. High Socks well back with Logician last of all. Number 5, Drawn for Trouble. He's racing very consistently at the moment. Ridden by Travis Creek. Then Towson showing. In he goes to complete it now. And race 7, Stayers bonus race set to go, and they're off. Landelac, one of the first to bounce out, and Prior Opportunity also got away well with Huntingfield going through in the centre, and El Montazar wants to be part of the early action as well. Melos just behind them, and Flaming Roberto is going forward as they settle fully. By the 1800 metres, Kingdom View is back next to last. Where Huntingfield leads, Landelac is a length away second. El Montazar dropped in third, followed by Prior Opportunity. Flaming Roberto is around him. A length further back is All Honours, followed 2 lengths away Melos and Sir Grey. Then Kingdom View trailed by Our Imposing Cruising and 2 Kalina Raffin. At the 1400, Huntingfield bowled away about 2 lengths in front, maybe a fraction more. Landelac is second, a length and a half away in third, placing El Montazar, followed by Flaming Roberto, one prior opportunity. 3/4 away, All Honours, 2 to Melos on the inside, followed by Kingdom View, and Sir Grey is out 3 deep there by the 1200. And Kalina Raffin's gone up along the inside of Our Imposing when they hit to the 1000. And here it's Huntingfield about 2 Landelac, a length and a half El Montazar, third on the inside, then the mare Flaming Roberto, 1.5 prior opportunity. All Honours midfield the outside, trailed by Melos. Sir Grey's been wide, Kingdom View the centre, 2 Our Imposing, and Kalina Raffin the grey last by the 800 metres, where Huntingfield trying to do it all leads by a length. Landelac's had the sit on him all the way, niggled out a bit before the turn. 2 or 3 lengths El Montazar, Flaming Roberto, 2 prior opportunity. All Honours, Kingdom View still a fair way back near the inside from Melos as they corner. Sir Grey and Our Imposing pull to the outside. Huntingfield leaves the fence and comes out towards the middle, leads from Landelac in the straight. Flaming Roberto down the outside from El Montazar. Melos and Kingdom View are coming through on the rail, and prior opportunity between horses. Huntingfield at the 300, the leader. Landelac coming after it on the outside, and there's a wall of horses. Our Imposing out wide, and Kingdom View down on the inside with Melos trying to reach the leaders, where Landelac at the 120 has moved up and gone to the lead over Huntingfield, Melos, and Our Imposing with Kingdom View next, but Landelac clear. Landelac a neck in front and beats Huntingfield by that margin. Our Imposing might grab third from Kingdom View, and then Melos and All Honours, followed by prior opportunity. A gap, Sir Grey, Flaming Roberto, Kalina Raffin, and El Montazar dropped out to last. Landelac is the winner. Mill Lady takes the outside, so they're set to go. 390 for Frilly Millie. Tumut well back late in the piece. Set to run at the 1400. Frilly Millie the inside. Set to go. And attendant getting in, or at least pushing the gate closed on one drawn near the inside. They're away. Lovely start too. But no, it wasn't. Pippa's Pal has missed it by at least 10 lengths. And Kentucky Hula pinged away and went straight to the lead over Gypsy Lee. Mountain Princess quickly up into third, and Frilly Millie fourth on the inside, followed a length back by Norway Star. 2 lengths then to Sterling Quartet over on the outside, a Quick Deception, a length and a half to Oh Joy. They're followed then by Moon Piper on the outside and Solomina the rail. They're really flying along here. 2 lengths Tumut on the inside of Coniston Walk, 2.5 lengths Singigi Beach, followed by Mill Lady and Pippa's Pell after staying in the gates last of all. Kentucky Hula's got them strung out over plenty of territory, leading by about 4 lengths Mountain Princess, 2 lengths to Gypsy Lee, Frilly Millie fourth, the inside, Norway Star a half length away. Then there's a half a dozen lengths to Quick Deception, followed by Sterling Quartet. On the outside of those, Moon Piper as they corner from Solomina on the inside. Then Oh Joy, followed by Coniston Walk, Singigi Beach, Mill Lady and Pippa's Pell into the straight, and Kentucky Hula's given them plenty to chase at the 400. Couple of lengths in front from Frilly Millie down on the inside. Mountain Princess is starting to come home with Gypsy Lee, and then Norway Star. Not much else has made any ground. Moon Piper out wide. Tumut battling away. Kentucky Hula at the 200. She's run them off their legs. She's still 4 lengths to Frilly Millie. Quick Deception coming home fairly with Mountain Princess, but Kentucky Hula from barrier to box belts it in. Kentucky Hula by 3 and eased up on the line. Beat Quick Deception, Frilly Millie. Then Mountain Princess, followed by Norway Star and Moon Piper, Gypsy Lee and Coniston Walk. Oh Joy, followed then by Tumut, never came into it from Sengigi Beach. Solomina, well back in the race to finish then with Sterling Quartet. Pippa's Pell, who missed it by 10, and Mill Lady was last of all in 1:23.7.